Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? My name is James. Welcome to Divers Ready, and in this video, I'm going to be having a chat with a very handsome and highly skilled diver, Bryan, from my all-time favorite scuba YouTube channel, Lake Hickory Scuba. He's really such a gifted and natural diver. I hope to be just like him one day. He is my absolute hero. Just the best diver Oh, what's up, guys?
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome to Divers Ready. As you can tell, it's been a pretty awesome week here because I've had my good buddy Bryan from Lake Hickory Scuba down all week, and we've just been nailing awesome dives in Key Largo, man. It's been great to have you down here.
Absolutely, brother. And I got to correct you, not awesome dives, amazing dives.
Yeah, they were.
Those wreck dives down there are just phenomenal. Guys, if you've never dove Key Largo, get your butt down here, dive the Spiegel, dive the Dwayne, the Bib. There's just some phenomenal diving.
Yeah, we ticked all the bad boys off, all the favorite wrecks. But while Bryan was down here, we had to put a collaboration together. I've been such a big fan of your channel for so long. You have such an extensive teaching inventory. It's such a resource for scuba divers, and we're going to talk a bit about that in a moment. But I've been such a big fan that there is no way you don't know his channel if you're watching this video on my channel. But in the case that you're the rare person that isn't, there is a link to Lake Hickory Scuba YouTube channel. Click it by all means. If you are a newly qualified instructor, it is one of the best free tools available to you to check out Bryan's video, because he's, as an instructor trainer, more than qualified to make resources to explain things in a way that perhaps your instructor trainer didn't think of. I even picked up something from you this week as well. You were teaching a nitrox class on the boat, and just an analogy you used about ingredients and mixture, and I was like, oh, that's a nice way to put it. I never thought of it like that. Yeah. So you just hear things a different way, and that's what your channel's all about, and it's packed full. So since you're being down here, we had to jump on the opportunity to make a video together. And I also want to say, guys, that we're making two videos, one for our channel, and then I've jumped on a video for Lake Hickory Scuba and Marina's channel. So you're going to have to check that out, and we're dropping them both at the same time. So his video is live. Don't go anywhere yet. If you're watching this one first, that's totally fine. But there'll be a link to that video on the end card of this one, and vice versa. Bryan, mate. Q&A, I figured we'd talk about YouTube and its benefit to the scuba diving industry, because you're one of the senior channels out there within our niche of scuba diving, right?
Yeah, we started in 2012, and there were several other diving channels, but they didn't really do what we wanted to do. So you would see guys who put a lot of music to their videos, and they'd show a lot of cool underwater footage, but they didn't really try to teach you anything.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really call it an educational channel, more just an entertainment channel. So we tried to do that with ours. We wanted it to be an educational scuba channel.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know how many videos you have on your channel?
Oh my goodness. 750 if I had to guess, 760, somewhere in there.
723 I counted last night. That is truly epic. When we only started, well, just less than a year ago, and it's a struggle to make one a week. You guys are pumping out 2-3 videos a week sometimes, and it's all quality stuff.
Thank you.
It's amazing. I don't know where you find the time, but let's start with some soft, easy questions.
Okay, cool deal.
What do you remember about your first dive?
Oh my goodness. And I want to apologize to you because I can't actually answer that question because I actually started diving before I got certified. I was 6 years old when I took my first breath under the water with my dad and kind of grew up in a diving family. Wasn't even old enough to get certified. But what I can tell you is my very first open water dive as far as a student, all I remember is how cold it was.
Yeah.
We were in a local quarry. And I had a lot of hand-me-down equipment. So, you know, my parents got certified and I got all their hand-me-downs. So my first BC was a pink Sherwood BC. It's actually still in use. My oldest daughter uses it today. You've probably seen a couple of our videos. And I also had a pink body glove wetsuit that belonged to my mom.
Very fetching.
So it was anatomically designed for a female, you know. So you can imagine a little 12, 13-year-old boy wearing it. But then, and I also had the old Mike Nelson style rubber fins. So they were just a slip-on fins, no socks, no boots, and it was cold. It was probably in the 50s in this quarry, and that was my first memory of training. Was, oh my God, is all the water going to be this cold?
And that didn't put you off scuba diving forever?
Absolutely not, dude. I was breathing underwater, man. It was the greatest feeling to just that sense of freedom.
Yeah.
When you're perfectly trimmed, you're neutrally buoyant in the water. It's just an amazing feeling. Yeah. It's the closest you'll ever feel to, say, going to outer space.
Yeah.
And when you're hovering above something, it's just like flying.
Yeah.
So it's just a great feeling. So no, the cold didn't put it off at all.
No, that's cool, man. What about best dive ever?
Best dive ever is a really easy one to answer. So about probably 10 years ago, there was something that I'd always wanted to do, never got to, and that was ice diving.
Yeah.
And one of my diving mentors, he owned a shop up in upstate New York, and he says, well, hey, why don't you come up here? I'll teach you your course. I'll teach you the instructor course so you can teach others. And I was very, very excited about it. So I get up there, I go up underneath the ice for the first time, and it was it was the greatest sense of awe I've ever felt. I was underneath this canopy. There was a little bit of a shock factor there, not because of the water, but for simple, there was only one way in and out. Now, we had safety lines, thankfully, our tethered lines to the surface, but it was just a sense of awe that I was underneath this solid structure of ice that it was live or die, man. So it was that sense of rush, and to this day, I still love ice diving. I go up every March and teach ice diving, so by far, my first ice dive was my most memorable.
Awesome. Yeah. I love ice diving too. It's been a while for me. I gotta get back there. But what about bucket lists?
Bucket list dive. So I got 4, and I found out this week this man's beat me to it.
I had to ask.
So my 4 bucket list dives is Sealford, Iceland. I want to go dive the continental plates.
Yeah.
I just think it's so neat that we can actually touch 2 continents.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And the clarity there is supposed to just be phenomenal.
Yeah, it's
clearest water in the world.
It's infinite, yeah. I mean,
absolutely. I want to dive the North Pole and South Pole. Yeah. It's kind of a cheesy reason, but I want to tell people I've dove on top of the earth and underneath the earth. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And then South Africa. I want to get out there with the big boys, with the big great whites.
Yeah, that's right.
Cage, uncaged, don't care. I just want to see them. I want to be in their presence. Yeah, we got great whites here on the east coast of the States, but not the big boys.
Yeah, and not as consistently either. Yeah. Like, you can pretty much go there and guarantee sightings, whereas here it'd be more chance and luck. Yeah. But yeah. So let's talk about the YouTube rabbit hole then. Okay. You guys have been on YouTube since 2012, over 700 videos, which is astounding to me. Just even if I take one number divided by the other per year, that's pretty epic. Why did you start doing YouTube? What was the benefit?
Originally, we had the idea, hey, this is going to be great advertisement for us. You know, as a company, you have a certain amount of expense that you need for advertisement. And we were doing TV ads, we were doing paper ads, we was doing magazine ads and radio ads, and they wasn't really working for us. And we realized that we were spending more money on advertisement than what we were taking in as revenue.
Yeah.
And as a company, you don't want to do that. Obviously, you want to take more in. So we decided social media would be the next best thing because social media is free and there's great options out there. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. But YouTube is one of those platforms that not only can I tell you something, I can show it to you as well.
Yeah.
So on Facebook, I can post pictures. I can do little video clips, but I can't do very long videos, right? Because people's just going to scroll through it. But YouTube, people's going to sit there and watch your video. And if I can get a message across, maybe I'm trying to teach something. Maybe it's if I want to talk about Archimedes' principle or Boyle's law, but I can actually show experiments of how they work to make it easier for divers to learn, then YouTube's going to be a lot better for us. So we turned our channel more from an advertisement standpoint into an educational platform for us. And we just started doing teaching presentations on it. And it worked for us. Everybody seemed to like it. We got a lot of great feedback and comments from it, and then people started commenting back and said, hey, can you make a video about this? Can you make a video about that? And lo and behold, we're 700 some videos later.
Yeah.
So
no, it's super impressive, and like I said, it's a great resource for instructors all around the world. And have you found that it sort of built your brand up? I mean, you're in quite a rural community, right? Lake Hickory, you're in the western part.
Yeah, we're in the foothill mountains of North Carolina, and it's thanks to YouTube in itself, we've actually got customers from other states. I've got a good friend of mine who lives in Ohio. At the time, he wasn't really a friend; he was just a customer. He calls me up and he says, "Hey, I want to come down and take a class from you. I love your videos, like what you do, and now we're friends." He comes down a couple times a year and takes classes. I've had people fly from other countries. We had a gentleman last year flew in from Brazil just to take a dry suit course from us.
That's awesome.
So it's been a great platform for us. It's made our company grow, and it's kind of built a brand for us as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, it doesn't hurt from the retail side as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's kind of a given. We do get sales out of it. People call up, say, "Hey, I saw this product on your channel. Do you have it in stock?" "Yeah, sure, I'll ship it to you." So it helps us in that sense too. We've never really tried to do the e-commerce thing. We've had a couple little small online stores, but with all the big boys out there, it's very hard to compete. So we've really tried to stick to our grounds, make it just an educational platform, which in turn, as people learn, they'll come to you. They'll want to learn more, they'll come to you and they'll take classes.
Yeah, absolutely. So for those of you who don't know, I've been following Lake Hickory before I had a YouTube channel for a long time. But the first time I actually met Bryan was at DEMA last year, where we almost literally walked into each other. You were talking to your buddy over the shoulder walking that way. I was talking to my wife going that way, and we literally nearly collided. And then I was like, "Oh, it's Bryan. Yeah. Hey, how are you?" And then the next morning we were both in the same seminar about YouTube, and the guy was kind of making the point about why you need YouTube, and YouTube is the second biggest search engine, and it's owned by Google, the biggest search engine in the world. Is it too late, if you're a dive center anywhere in the world, is it too late to start a YouTube channel in 2020?
Absolutely not. Get out there, start it tonight. You don't have to have big elaborate videos. Pick a subject, make your videos short, 1 to 3 minutes to start, and then 5 to 10 minutes if you want to start getting elaborated through it. Just pick a topic that somebody wants to learn.
Yeah.
Don't make it too boring. Don't make it about yourself. This is one of the things that, as an instructor trainer, that I try to teach new instructors. When you're teaching somebody, you got to realize it's no longer about you. You're not the center of attention. It's the material that you're trying to pass to the student, and that student becomes the center of attention. So get out there and create these videos. People are wanting to learn. All your viewers here on your channel, they watch us because they want to learn.
Yeah.
So definitely start that channel. It's never too late. YouTube's growing. YouTube ain't going anywhere anytime soon. So start your channel, throw you up some cool videos, and I promise you'll start getting the views.
Yeah, absolutely. What YouTube channels do you watch? What YouTube channels do you follow, diving or otherwise?
Our scuba YouTube channels are very, very, there's not many that we watch that we actually enjoy. Divers Ready is definitely one of them. One thing that we really like about your channel is it's kind of down to earth. It is in your face, but it's real.
Yeah.
It's not fabricating. One of the things that I hated growing up is I'd look in this magazine, I'd see all these pretty coral reefs and all these fish, and I was like, hey, I want to see that.
Yeah.
And then when I get out there, it's like, well, that's a pastel color.
Yeah.
Why is it pretty in a magazine, but it's not here? So we tried to do that with our channel. So the channels we watch are the real channels.
Yeah.
We don't want a lot of fabrication in ours, and to be honest, I like real stuff. I don't like stuff that's fake. Other YouTube channels that are scuba related, we like Simply Scuba. They're one of the big boys out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the reasons we like them, because we're a Maria's dealer, everybody kind of knows us as that. They're right there in Maria's back door, so they can get that product out there and promote it before we get it in the States. So when our customers come in, we can say, hey, check this out. They've already did a review on it. They can tell you about it. And they're not just Maria's. Like I've heard you say, they're not brand specific. They're kind of agnostic as far as that's concerned. And they've got a wide range of videos that's going to help others to determine, hey, what's the best rig for me? Alec Pierce Scuba, I've got to mention them. Alec's got a phenomenal channel for vintage scuba. I just love his channel. I'm not an old diver, although I've been doing this for 32 years, and I grew up using a lot of the equipment that he does show.
Yeah.
But he goes way beyond me, so I really think his channel is a great educational channel as well.
He's got a nice style about him.
He does.
He feels like you're having a chat with a buddy.
And I think he gets a lot of flack on his channel because he's not new age, and he's kind of retired out of the industry. industry, but his channel is really cool.
Yeah, no, it is.
Getting away from scuba for a while.
Yeah.
I like deer meat for dinner.
Yes.
So it's kind of right up north from me in Jupiter.
Yeah.
And we also like Smarter Every Day. Destin out of, I think, Georgia is where he's from.
Okay.
It's a science channel, which is really cool. So you're going to learn a lot of physics, which to us as instructors and you as divers, you got to understand physics. And he really breaks it down. He does the experiments. He doesn't just tell you about it, he shows it to you, which I like. And then one of the recent channels we started watching is Bon Appetit. I think they're up out of New York. Me and my wife both just love to cook. We cook every day. And they've got a playlist called Gourmet Makes. And one of the chefs up there, she'll take something like a Snickers bar and she'll make a gourmet version of it.
Nice.
So it's really cool. We really love those channels as well.
Very cool. So after 700 videos, what's the future of Lake Hickory's YouTube channel?
Well, we just hope to continue to grow.
Yeah.
And thanks to our viewers, your viewers, every time somebody hits that subscribe button, we are growing. I want to be careful here. I don't want to say that we are full-time YouTubers, because at Lake Hickory Scuba, we're not. We are a full-service dive center. We're there to sell gear, teach safe diving, keep people diving, and to sell an experience to somebody that hopefully will stick with them the rest of their life. However, we are uploading 3-4 videos a week, so it is kind of a full-time gig for us. We just want to be an additional resource for the scuba industry. We want to be a resource for James. We want to be a resource for another shop. We want to be a resource for an instructor to say, hey, if you can't pick up what I'm saying, watch this video because it will help you understand. Yeah. We don't want to replace anybody out there, and I can't stress this enough to you guys, to the viewers. If you're wanting to get trained in diving, please don't use our videos as how to learn, because we know if you want to learn something, you simply go to YouTube.
Yeah.
When scuba diving, that is the worst thing you can do. No. Go to your local instructor. If you're here in the Miami area, go to James. Learn how to dive from a local instructor. And if there's something that you can't pick up, then go to YouTube and say, can you explain this to me? But it's very important that you get proper training from an instructor in your local area or even somewhere else. Travel, that's okay, but get that proper one-on-one instruction that the instructor. Don't use YouTube as it.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. I mean, we talked actually during the week about sort of litigation and liability, and it's something that's constantly in the back of your mind as an instructor, because one false move and something happens, and the next thing you know, you're digging your suit out of your closet and not your wetsuit for a little court appointment, and it gets scary like that. But I think that's an important message. Like, neither one of our channels they're different, but they're in the same niche. We're not trying to teach people to dive through the internet. It's very much hints and tips and advice, and it's about building your knowledge base rather than, this is how you learn to dive. So I think that's definitely a point that bears touching on. Instructor, trainer, and instructor for a whole variety of courses and different agencies. Salvage worker, right?
Yep.
Salvage operations. Public safety diver.
Absolutely.
Retail operation. YouTube channel. Family man. Guitar teacher.
Yep.
Whole bunch of other hats that you wear.
Yep.
Where do you find time to think about, film and edit and upload videos to YouTube?
I gotta be honest, the struggle is real.
Yeah.
Time is probably the hardest thing about YouTube, and filming videos is easy, guys. I'll be honest, I don't know if you could see what we can see. It's just a camera, it's looking at us. We hit record, we start talking. But the editing takes a lot of my time.
Yeah.
And to me, the number one thing in my life is my family, my wife and my 2 little girls. So I do what I need to do on the clock, and then I clock out and go home. I spend that family time with my family.
Yeah.
At the end of that, when my wife goes to bed, when my kids go to bed, I get in the truck and I go right back to the store, get on the computer, I start editing videos, and we try to do a lot of things in advance.
Yeah.
So if by the time you guys see videos, we've already shot and edited them a week, maybe even 2 weeks in advance, and we spend that time doing the post part of it, putting it on YouTube, publishing it and all that. But I try to balance it out the best I can, because I still like to enjoy my life and have a good time, and I really like spending time with my family. So finding the time is a struggle. It's a struggle for anybody out there, instructors, you guys. I mean, it's a struggle. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, I do about half of those jobs that I just rattled off for you. And, we put one video a week. And it's an effort. So, man,
which I gotta say, his videos.
I tell you.
I do gotta say this. Your videos, we do a very poor job in our editing videos, because we do want to make them as real as possible. If you see some underwater footage on our channel, most of the time we don't put extra color into it.
Yeah.
We want you guys to see exactly what we're seeing through our eyes. And most of our underwater footage, I got a camera mounted on my mast, so you are literally seeing what I'm seeing.
Especially for the public safety stuff, it's raw. It's
yeah,
be like
and we want people to see that.
Yeah. So now you are an instructor trainer. Let's say you've finished an instruction course and you've got this brand new, fresh out the packet scuba instructor who's going out into the great big wide world to find their first job, his or her first job at a dive center, and they've got 0 certifications to their name. What's the biggest piece of advice you can give that person?
Never stop learning. I don't care what rank you hold. I don't care if it's recreational. I don't care if it's technical. I don't care if you're an instructor, a specialty instructor. I don't care if you're an instructor trainer. Never, ever stop learning.
Yeah.
You need to learn. You need to take classes every single year. And even as us as instructors, I'm still not at the top. Just because I'm an instructor trainer, there's still several more levels I can reach, and the only way I'm going to do that is actually to continue my education as well. So get out there, take classes. I know in 2019 I spent a lot of my time continuing my education with freediving courses. It's not something that I spent too much time doing growing up. I've got some freediving classes under me, but that's what I kind of focused on in 2019. I'm going to try to get that knocked out in 2020 and get more or higher levels of freediving instructor under me as well. But you got to always learn. When you think you've learned it all, quit diving, because there's still more to learn. And if you've got that mindset that I'm a know-it-all, then you're dangerous in the water, and we don't want that. So never ever stop learning, especially to the newer instructors.
Yeah, Bryan, mate, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely, brother.
It's been a bomb diving with you all week. It's been fantastic. You know, from hey, we should get together and make some videos at DEMA. Yeah, okay. You have no time at DEMA. You have no time to do anything at DEMA. It's just like, hey, give me your card. Yeah, here's mine. Like that. And it's been fantastic to make this week real. Bryan brought down a whole group from North Carolina, so we've all been diving together. It's been just a fantastic week. And in case you're wondering if you've seen Bryan's videos before, let me tell you one thing right now. He is exactly like he is in his videos in real life. He's full of energy. He's always positive. He's always smiling, and he loves scuba diving. I'm not at all. Like, I press record for 10 minutes and I do my best to, but I'm a grumpy old man in real life. Like, this guy.
You ain't that much older than me. You're just about that much older than me.
No, but I have an inner grumpy old man who's just waiting to come out, like waiting until it's age appropriate. But if you haven't done so already, ladies and gentlemen, I strongly suggest that you head over to Lake Hickory Scuba and check out just the enormous catalogue that Bryan and his team have put out there. It's truly phenomenal. It's actually very intimidating when you've got a young scuba channel. Go over there, check it out. As I said, we did make a video together for Bryan's channel as well. It's on a different subject. It's not him asking me the same questions I just asked him, so don't think that. But do go and check it out, and please, go over and subscribe to Lake Hickory if you haven't already, and I find that very hard to believe. Bryan, it's been great having you here, mate.
Absolutely,
Next time it's North Carolina, right?
Yep, y'all are headed up to the Great Lakes.
Yes, sir.
Swing by. We're going to spot you on some dives and stuff. I'm going to take you out to some of my favorite places on the lakes.
I'm looking forward to it, mate.
Absolutely, brother.
Can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, this was your Divers Ready video for this week. From Bryan from Lake Hickory Scuba and Marina, and from me, James from Divers Ready. Dive safe, dive often, and I'll see you next week, guys.
Take care.
Well, there is actually, there's somebody we've got to say hello to as well, right? Somebody who requested this collaboration.
Absolutely.
As well. Should we do it?
Absolutely.
Hi, Zebra. There you go. Happy days.